Parents, I want to talk to you about thinking out of the box when you raise your kids. You know what we heard when we were kids: raise up, get a college degree, and go get you a good job at a good place. There's nothing wrong with that. I got a college degree myself. But what I want to challenge you with is thinking like this. Why don't you create an atmosphere to allow your kids to dream? You know, God has put amazing gifts, talents, and abilities in everybody. Teach your kid to find out what they're passionate about, and that passion will lead them to their purpose in life. You know, my wife and I, we have 3 kids, and the way that Autumn and I parent our kids are completely different because all 3 of our kids are completely different. Their interests are different, their talents are different, their abilities are different. But what I do is I help each one of them move forward in what they want to do. So I've got a few things I want to share with you today. The first one is teach your kid to dream. Teach your kids to be dreamers. My oldest child, Malachi, she's 13 and about to release her first book. I was teaching her to dream at a young age, and when she was 12, she said, "Dad, I want to write a book for preteens. Before they get into their teenage years, I want to write a book for them." And I said, "Oh, when do you want to write it? You know, when you're 20, 25, 30. She says, "How about now?" So we went to Books A Million and we went to the preteen section. I didn't find a single book. There were teen devotions, but not a preteen devotion. Preteens is a very important year. See, she already had a dream inside of her. So we started working with this book, and it's already been through the edits. We've already got the forward. And then I said, "Baby, you name anybody in the world that you want to write the forward for this book, and I'll get it for you." She named somebody. We got the forward. You know, you got to understand, you got to teach your kids to dream and then help them accomplish their dream. So at a young age, they will be a dreamer. My middle child, Judah, she was talking about UIL. I said, "Well, how many competitions can you actually be in?" She said, 4 is the max. I said, "So you have the ability to win 4 medals?" She said, "No, I'm going to win about 6. So I asked around, and no one's ever won that many medals, but that year Judah did. She won 6 medals, and at the award banquet, it was Judah Dawson, Judah Dawson, Judah Dawson. 6 times over, they called her name, and there she was. She walked up there, and she just smiled at me every time because her mother and I would take her to extra practice, work with her at home. She had a dream is to step out of the box of how many medals you could win and beat it. My son Ezra, when he was in kindergarten last year, he said, "Dad, I want to start reading books every morning. Will you go to the library with me and help me read and take these tests?" At kindergarten, you can do that. And then he said, "Dad, I want to read more books than anybody." Well, every time you read a book, you get half a point. Well, at the end of the year, he had 71 points. The second place person was 45. Now, a lot of it is taking your kids and spending the extra time and effort. When he won the award, the parent sitting beside me said, "You know what? You should get a medal too because we saw you up here almost every single day of the year with your child." And so I wanted to make sure that all of my kids are successful at a young age in their dreams. The second thing I want to talk to you about is teach them to love life. Love life to the fullest. You need to teach them to live their best life. We teach our kids to live their life to the fullest. Do you know how you teach your kid to live their life to the fullest? You, parent, live your life to the fullest. You know what? They're going to watch the way that you eat. They're going to watch the way that you treat your spouse. They're going to watch the way that you spend money. They're going to watch what you watch on TV. They're going to look at your life and pattern their life after yours. So if you're living your best life, I'll tell you what, they'll live theirs. I remember one day I was kidding around. I said, "You know what? Favor just knows who I am. I got the favor of God on my life." And then Autumn, she went up me and she said, "Favor knows my address. Favor finds me." And then our middle child, Judah, she said, "My middle name's Favor." But because it was just something that she picked up on, that we do walk in the blessings and the favor of God. And my children walk in that too. You have to understand to teach your kids to love God and live life to the fullest. Thing number 3, teach your kids to never compromise anything that will come against their character. Teach your kids to never compromise anything that will go against their integrity. A man and a woman with a good name is a valuable thing. You need to be a person of character and integrity. Therefore, your kids will have character and integrity. And whenever we see our kids go against that, we set them down and say, hey, look, when you did this, when you said this, if you acted up in a class, you will go against character and integrity. You need to be somebody known for that in life. Number 4, you need to teach your kids to never listen or value the negative opinions other people may have of them. I promise you, if you do anything in life, if you are successful in life, in marriage, ministry, business, whatever it may be, professional athlete, people will come against you. People will verbalize their negative opinion against you. You have to teach your kids to learn how to process that. One thing that we do is when somebody gives them negative press, whenever they say something negative about them, we say, look at the source of where it came from. And I show them sometimes all the negative comments I get on social media, the articles I've written, the different videos we do. I will show them somebody who comes against us negatively. And then I will click their profile and I'll say, look at them. They look mad. They look angry. They look like they're not successful in life. Because I'm successful in what I do, they're coming against me. I would never value the opinion of somebody who didn't go for their dream. And I tell my kids, you dream with everything that's within you. You move forward with everything that's within you. But the people who are scared to step out of the box, step out of complacency, they will always come against you. But you know what? At the end of the day, when you put your head on your pillow at night, you are going to say, I have accomplished what God had for me today. I know what I'm called to do. I know what I was created to do. And I went after my passion. And I went after every purpose that I have. And I am living my life to the fullest. And number 5, and this is very important, teach your kids to never follow the trends, but make them. So many times we get our child who has a certain gift mix, talents and abilities, and even their passion, and we try to push them to be like somebody else. Well, they may have a different gift mix or talent. They won't be like them. Teach your kids not to try to be like other people, but to glean wisdom from other people in whatever field they are moving forward with in life. But teach your kids not to follow all the trends of society, but to make them. And who knows, your child may be a pioneer in something. Like my oldest child, Malachi, we couldn't find a preteen devotion at Books A Million or Barnes & Noble, but now she's writing one, and maybe it will be on the shelf that another young child can come alongside, and she can be leading by example. She can be a pioneer in that field. You teach your kids to be a dreamer, to find out what their passion is in life and the purpose that they're here on earth, and to throw their life into that. And you need to parent with passion and purpose. I want to parent my kids on purpose and for a purpose, because I know that God has something amazing for them. So teach them not to fit into the trends, but rather make them. I hope these 5 things helped you to live outside the box and parent outside the box.